What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ryo coming at you again with another one. Today we're going to be talking about my new exhaust system. I've had it for a little bit now because I've been kind of buying parts over the winter and then ready to put them on in the spring. But I got the Nvidia Q300. I know it's nothing new to a lot of you guys, but this is the titanium tip. I probably will do a before and after, kind of let you guys hear everything and see the difference. But there's a little bit more to what I'm doing with this exhaust. For a lot of the people, they will do the stage 2 and call it a day, whereas I am going to be doing a little bit more. Let me where can I put you guys? Let's see here. Right there. Alright, don't go anywhere. Alright. You guys all know about my precision wastegate. Well, let me show you what that wastegate's going to sit on. So the wastegate sits on the up pipe. Okay, so this is the Grimspeed 44mm / 45mm for the external wastegate with the dump tube. As you can see, everything is coated, so hopefully it doesn't rust very quickly. It's very important to make sure when you install this that you do not scratch anything, because you will compromise the integrity of the part. So what I have here, basically this will go right inside the V-band. Everything seals up nice and tight and perfect. Gotta be very careful as to where you position the dump tube, because if you don't position it properly, you could start burning some stuff up. Okay, this one's got a flex in it, so it's got a little bit of room for movement and stuff like that. It's a good idea when you do install this to blow it out. It's hard to see, but it's kind of dusty in there. You don't want any kind of back pressure to suck that metallic dust back in. All right. So now we're gonna go on a bit of a road trip here to where I keep my parts. You might find it kind of hard to see me from time to time, but it is what it is. All right. All right. So this is my basement, so it's kind of hard to see some stuff. Just to shed some light on the situation. What do you think? All right. Those are for a different video. It's for a different video altogether. My front lip and cooling plate, of course, my wheels, Yokohama Advan tires, 8008, of course. This is part of the exhaust. Set this over here. So that's the part that basically goes from the front to back and then splits it off into a Y for the mufflers. Let's see what I have here. I'm only going to take out one of these mufflers because I have it kind of boxed up pretty well. Now, this exhaust is relatively heavy. Honestly, I think it's slightly lighter than the stock, but it is still relatively heavy. Let me get, there we go. All right. Okay, so that's the pipe that goes front to back, again with a flex in it. What else do we have here? Oh, there's my downpipe. Alright, this is my downpipe. Alright, so you'll see here, the downpipe has the bell mouth on it, made by Nvidia. That's what it'll look like, the side that faces the turbo. Okay, this is the one with only one bung in it, so you'll have to just put the OE in there and then maybe switch it over to a wideband later on, or maybe you want to add some bungs to it later on. AFR and whatnot. Let's see what else I have here for you guys. All right. It's going to be pretty difficult to do with the camera in my hand, so I'm going to set it down over here. Now there you can see the titanium tips. Show you a couple angles of it. It does say Nvidia here on the side. I like the burnt tip look. It's kind of nice. Hopefully it sounds pretty nice too. Now I was told that the Nvidia Q300 is the quietest exhaust you're ever going to find for the WRX or STI. Now, personally, the first time I ever heard a Q300 was at the shop, and there's a customer there getting a fuel pump installed. So he, once he was done, he was on his way to get his car tuned. He started his car up, and he left. And I was standing probably 10 feet away from this guy's car, and I didn't even know he left. He actually left the parking lot, and I saw him driving out of the parking lot, and I'm going, I didn't even hear this guy leave. I thought, that's probably the exhaust for me, but I am one to want to hear my exhaust a little bit too. So, let's hope with the setup that I've got, it's not ridiculously quiet. Okay. So I'm going to put all this stuff back. Let's see here. The Nvidia Q300 is not the cheapest exhaust in the world, but it can definitely be more expensive depending on your, I don't know, taste, what you want to do with the car. I've heard some things about the N1 being incredibly loud, incredibly annoying. The dual N1 is no better. It is what it is. Alright. Set that down. Again, you got to be very careful with this stuff, because if you were to bend a flange or even like dent it, it could possibly not seal properly. Look at that. That's pretty nice. One of those nice touches. Would have been cool if that was burnt too. Just saying, Nvidia. Just saying. But again, it is what it is. Look like a. Okay, so I mean, you saw the up pipe, you saw the down pipe, you saw pretty much the whole exhaust system. All I have left is the up tube, or the up pipe, which is what I'm currently working on. But now I have the wastegate, the bracket for the wastegate, which is very important, because you got to make sure that the wastegate itself stays closed at all times, because otherwise you're not going to make boost. It'll be venting your boost before you even get there. Hey, my coilovers. Okay. So, let's go back upstairs. It's dark and creepy. Alright. So I'll sit down and show you guys the internal wastegate bracket. That one's from Grimspeed as well. And lights everywhere, god damn. And maybe I'll enjoy a nice glass of pink lemonade, because that's the shit. In case you never heard. Whew, parts everywhere, god damn. Those are my brakes that you guys saw already. Clutch, each work stuff. There it is. Alright. Alright. Let's put you guys back here again. Sweet. Okay. So, this is the Grimspeed internal wastegate bracket. Now, somebody said they called it an external wastegate bracket. I was like, what the hell? Everybody else calls it an IWG. So I'm going to call it an internal wastegate bracket. Basically, it bolts up to the side, and that holds on to the wastegate. It holds on to the actual actuator from moving. You don't want it to move. That's pretty much it. You just got your plumbing, plumb the wastegate, and you're off to the races. Now, all this stuff does way more than the factory stuff, but it's one of those things. You got to give a little, take a little. Well, in this case, I'm willing to do it. It seems like a lot of my setup is really expensive, and when people hear the kind of setup that I have, because they've done their own research, they're kind of like, oh my god, that's so expensive, why didn't you go with the ultimate racing version? I said, have you ever gone to a shop that calls themselves a Subaru specialist, or actually takes pride in their own work, and they had ultimate racing in their fucking shop? I've never heard of it. I've never had it there. Personally, I don't think I'll ever have it on my car. For that reason. Just because if the professionals won't stock it, why would I? If the professionals won't stock it, why would I use it on my car? And being a professional, I know that if a part's got a good rep, it's for a good reason, and you'll see it everywhere. It'll be posted everywhere. You'll see it flogged all over the goddamn place, and that's all there is to it, really. But it's a nice flange, nice thick flange. Like, look at that. Wow. Might do a little dremeling, but for the most part, looks good. Wow. Okay. Well, and again, like, even look at that. I was just looking at the part again, and it shocked me at how good it was. But I mean, you can make up your own decisions. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you this is the best and this is all you can ever buy, because there's no better than this. Maybe there is somebody that makes something better. Maybe Cosworth makes something I never saw. Actually, that's probably gonna be my next video from Cosworth. But that's for another time. Until then, I'm gonna see you guys later. It's your boy signing out, Ryo, Simone Performance, Toronto Tuner Syndicate. One love.